Hello there from the other side of the digital veil. Welcome to Geography Stories. I am your host, the Lizard Queen. Today's special episode is called Weird Towns, number 2. Let's just begin. So, the first weird town, it's not the town that's pictured, where you can't see anything, you can just see me. Let me minimize or energize, as Spock would say. Okay, so we begin this odyssey, Long Island in New York, in this little roundabout in North America. But this little space here is called Tiny Town. It's a curious little neighborhood with some tiny houses. The houses were apparently much tinier at some point. Here's a tiny wishing well. Let's see, we'll go back and have a squiz. They all seem to be pretty much the same size. Anyway, what is this weird roundabout town? And do they all share a backyard? Let's look at the overview of Tiny Town and see. They just have one big bonfire in the back. No, they all have a slice of pie backyard. A bit tough getting a pool in there. I don't know if that's the best use of space. What the hell is this place? This place is the remnants of a mid-19th century Methodist church campground. Apparently it was a sanctuary for spiritual rejuvenation. Yeah, this whole area was a little campground with some shack type houses. Let me show you a photo. Here it is in this roundabout. I didn't look too deeply into this one because I've got a lot of material to get through. So I do apologize. Anyway, that is this weird roundabout town with a wedge of backyard. Yeah, imagine having a gossip over that back fence. That's a 6, 7, 8 way gossip right there. All right, on to the next. Okay, so this next weird town is called Breezewood, Pennsylvania. This is actually quite a famous shot of this town. There's a famous photo of it. And it is the equivalent of a gift shop attached to a museum. This is what's known as a bottleneck of a highway. Basically, the drivers are forced to pass through this town on their journey, and yeah, you can probably see why. It's littered with service stations, fast food restaurants, and like motor-inns, motels or hotels, and holiday inns. There's no less than 10 servos or service stations, 14 fast food restaurants, 2 sprawling truck stops, and maybe 10 motor-inns. Millions of cars pass through Breezewood, Pennsylvania, and it's probably the purest or OG iteration of the American tourist trap. One writer from the New York Times, hold on, The Hut is hiring. Yeah, one writer from I don't know, some paper described it as a blaze of neon in the middle of nowhere, a polyp on the nation's highway system. Imagine living in a town that's referred to as a polyp. It's too much. Pretty interesting that this exists. Marathon. I make good dim sims. All right, Sultan Kebab. So many different ways to spell kebab. Let's get out of breezy. Okay, so this next weird town is Cassadaga in Florida, North America's Wang. And this unique town is known as the psychic capital of the world, or the medium capital of the world, as evidenced by all the psychic services that the residents are offering. Let's check out another Cassadaga hotel, another slide. Here we are, spiritual camp meeting. Camp meeting, all one word. That's unusual, isn't it? Sunday healing, 10 a.m, service at 10:30. Wednesday healing, 7 p.m. And it goes on and on. All the healing in the psychic capital of the world. How does this happen? It's curious, isn't it? So this mystical community was founded in the 19th century, and it's become a sanctuary for people seeking spiritual healing. Yeah, get your readings, your gifts, and your books and jewelry all in the one cat lady's lounge room. No. I'm sure they're all the real deal. I'd love to. Would I love to pass through this town? I don't know. Readings, maybe. Never had a psychic reading before. Hey there, future me. I thought it would be cool to get that psychic reading, so here it is. Alright, please give me a weird, borderline, inappropriate reading. Please don't ask anything of me. Just do it. You have to be firm with these AI psychics. Alright. I sense you're seeking something that tickles the edge of the unconventional. Perhaps a reading that dances on the line of the unexpected. Alright, focus on the energies, peering into a swirling mist. Jeez, this is a long reading. As the cosmic energies align and the stars whisper secrets long forgotten, I see a vision of you. Not in the physical realm, but in a place where the boundaries of propriety and absurdity blur. There you stand, a giant among mere mortals wearing a crown made of spoons. Yes, spoons. Each spoon a symbol of a meal you're yet to enjoy. Or perhaps a conversation that left you hungry for more. Around your neck, a tie, not of silk or cotton, but of pure, unadulterated laughter. Laughter that bubbles from the depths of your being, causing all who hear it to pause and ponder the absurdity of life itself. This laughter is not just a sound, but a beacon calling forth spirits of joy and mischief from the aether. In your hand I see a scepter, but instead of gold or jewels, it's adorned with an assortment of oddly shaped rubber ducks. Each duck a story, a moment where you chose the path less travelled, making waves in the still waters of the mundane. Your throne, oh, it's a magnificent sight, crafted from the pages of books that the world has forgotten, each page a testament to curiosity and your relentless pursuit of the knowledge that lies in the shadows, the strength found in the vulnerability of an open heart, and the wisdom that comes from embracing the glorious chaos of existence. May you wear your crown of spoons with pride, and may your laughter always be a tie that binds you to the wonders of the world. Oh my god. Alright. Okay, back to the show. Let's look at some of these place names. The Summerland House. That sounds slightly creepy. Let's have a look. Where is the house, pray tell? Somewhere beyond. Should we just look at the reviews, see what's up? Just a pure 5-star. Celso Corrales has said, great place to visit when in the Orlando area. Just around, yeah, I know. I was just passing through for business and just thought I'd stop in. They've got the Horseshoe Park and Ferry Trail. Let's have a look at this place. Okay. I find this creepy as shit. What about you? Anyway, let's... Oh, okay. Oh, there's a few people in here. Something's... Oh, yeah, this checks out. The rocks. When did this become a thing? Stacking little rocks into little towers. In the last 15 years, that's it. That trend took off. Destroying the habitats. Every time I see one of those rock piles when I'm out in the bush or wherever, a little bit of me dies. Curious fairy here holding a shell purse type thing. What is this? It's Dragon Ball Z attire there. I wonder if they've all had their fortunes read. Got the Rolly Sigs and twinsies. Okay, enough of that. I think I've seen enough. This is where the seance takes place, or the, I don't know, sacrifice. It's kind of cool. No shade to these weird towns. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Fly your freak flag. I love that about you. Much more interesting than being some basic B town. Yeah, fly your freak flag. And when I take the mickey out of you, when I take the piss, take it as a compliment. Got a little Illuminati rotunda over here. Alrighty, let's go back and see if we can find one more interesting panorama from this town. You know I love a good panorama, which is an uploaded, I don't even know if that's what they're called, but it's basically a user-submitted photo. So you're always in for a absolute treat in those instances. Sometimes not. Sometimes you just get a random boat ramp and it's boring. But we can probably find... Hello. Hidden gnome. There's nothing available, sadly. There is a very large gnome village somewhere in Australia too. I believe it's in Western Australia. I'll have to do an episode on that somewhere soon. Look, this is just a little bit of stream with some bamboo thrown over on it. And Sean Keenan thought that was worthy of a photo. I mean, whatever. Each to their own. I'm not leaving this place until they find... Look, we've got a clearing. This could be something. Nope, nothing. Colby Alderman let me down. What have we got over here? I just want to see something witchy. Could be witchy. Native plants. No, that's not witchy at all. Beautiful trees, these trees. I forget what they're called. Common in southern USA. Devil's Chair. This has got to be the jackpot, right? No, it's just an actual graveyard that they've called Devil's Chair. I don't know why. That is one way to... that is one curious font for this person's gravestone. Thatcher, Webster. It's not a font I recognise. It's not a sans serif font, that's for sure. Anyway, Devil's Chair wasn't what I wanted it to be. Yeah, look, we did our best. We did our best. This is a nice shot of the camp building. Wow, they have 40 certified mediums here. Bit of a ramshackle setup, this town. Should we call that number? So that is Casadega in Florida. Okay, so the next weird town I want to show you is called Lake Havasu City, and it's in Arizona. And it was founded by a chap called Robert McCulloch. McCulloch. And there he is. He's got his name on the sign. So this guy founded a few cities. So that's a thing you can do when you've acquired wealth. He founded Spring Creek, Nevada, and Pueblo West in Colorado. So he founded 3 cities in 3 different states. The state or the place that we're interested in today is this one, Lake Havasu City. Now, what makes this city interesting? Lake Havasu City has a landmark that's curious. Let me show you it now. Okay, so this is its unique landmark. That is London Bridge. Now, I know what you're saying. How can that be London Bridge? We are in the USA. We are in Arizona. I just noticed this. This is hilarious. It's not hilarious, sorry. What are these? Curious. They have something similar on the Thames, actually, out the front of the Globe Theatre. Every stone is like a donation that was received to build it. I can't remember, but these look like in memoriam type stones, although there's some different ones in here. Frontline graphics, the Hodges. See, that's just like a business for James and Andrea Fox. Love you, Dad. Walk proud. And some are in loving memories. God bless families who serve the USA. Right on. The Pacers of Georgia. God bless the USA. Sherry and Glenn Lindquist. Keith and Jen, 2 of the best kids a mum could ask for. Love and hugs. Love, Mom, sorry. That's really cute. Slick and Chris, just suit yourself. Right on. Thank you to all the veterans, Xanadu, MGT, Case of Pops, the Andy Jones family. Gosh, I could read these all for a while. Okay, back to the reason we're here. This building, the London Bridge. So this bridge was originally constructed in London in the 1800s, 1830 or something, thereabout. But the section of the Thames that it was built over was a bit muddy because this bridge began to sink into the riverbed. And so they needed to get rid of it. And I guess the city of London thought, why not? Maybe we can make a buck on this bridge. And they did. So they threw a classic bridge auction, and it was a funny auction. McCulloch, I'm going to call him Bobby because I'm not sure if I'm saying the surname right. Anyway, clearly had no idea how auctions work because his first bid, he doubled the cost of what it would take to dismantle the bridge. I guess that's not really silly because he's factoring in the cost and the effort. So anyway, it's clear that he really wanted it. So that was a cool $2.4 million already spent. That's in the 60s, so it's probably like $100 million. Who knows? Who knows how much that is today? I'm sure we could check with Google, but who cares? We're trying to stop doing that. We're not really trying. It's not pertinent. Anyway, so as well as that, he decided that he would add an extra $1,000 for every year of his life. This is a type of bidding that you could only attribute to the whimsy of someone who was born into accumulated wealth or who inherited a lot of money. Yeah, he dropped $2.4 million plus $60,000 randomly, $1,000 for every year of his life. He really wanted that bridge. London was bemused because there wasn't much competition for this bridge. There weren't many other takers. Where would you put it? Anyway, so that's not even the best part of this story. So this was a bit of a task to get this bridge over to Arizona. It was dismantled block by block. There's a lot of blocks. And every block on the bridge was numbered because, yeah, who's going to remember which piece goes where? So that was a thing. It took 3 years to reconstruct the London Bridge. So these granite blocks went on a long journey, beginning in London, obviously, where it was dismantled. Let's just draw a little line so you can see how ridiculous this purchase was. Through the Panama Canal, around the other side, and continued the journey all the way up to Long Beach, California. Went too far, and then got put into trucks, and the trucks went over to wherever the place is, somewhere around here. 500-kilometer journey. That doesn't look like 500 kilometers. That doesn't look like many at all. Anyway, that is quite the journey for a bridge. That is a massive journey for a bridge. And yeah, the best bit, McCulloch, sweet Bobby, when he auctioned for this bridge, I don't know if he was present or not. He actually thought that he was buying another bridge in London. He thought he was buying this bridge. He thought he was buying the Tower of London. So he was reportedly quite disappointed. But he still assembled that bridge, and it did in fact do wonders for their tourism. So that's a funny story about a rich person. Okay, Bobby McCulloch. This entrepreneur, he also had 2 world records. One of the world records is, of course, for having the largest antique, that antique being this bridge. And the second one is it's a former record, and it was for having the world's largest fountain, and that was in one of his other cities. Okay, so this was the world's largest fountain, and this is in Fountain Hills. I believe this is in Arizona as well. While I'm here, there's a new game that's popular, Google Street View game, popular with birders, and the birders go to Street View locations and try to identify birds, sometimes really low quality images of birds at a distance, and yeah, they're flexing online with their identification skills. So that's a thing that's born out of Street View, and a game. Should invent another game that's born out of Street View. I don't know what. I guess you could do it for lots of things. But yeah, the bird one, these birds are odd. They look like, I have no idea. Birders. If there are any Street View bird watching enthusiasts watching this channel, let me know what this fucking weird bird is with the big dodo foot and the black neck. Yo. There's a little rainbow popping off out of here. Anyway, not the world's largest fountain for long, because there is a chap in Saudi Arabia called the King of, what's his name? King Fahad, and he built a much bigger fountain. As you can see over here in the distance, this fountain is, I think it's taller than the Eiffel Tower or something. Fucking ridiculous like that. Yeah, didn't hold that record for long, but still has that biggest antique record, even if it wasn't the Tower of London. Sorry, Bobby. Okay, the last fact I'll share about Robert, or Bobby, is that he was a keen flyer and he invented a plane. And that plane is like a hybrid of a biplane and a little helicopter. And he famously said that he wanted to offer an airplane in every garage. He wanted to make flying accessible. That is the statement of a man who is not in touch with the common people. And I guess the propellers were made out of wood, so maybe it was affordable. But could you imagine the carnage if everybody had a plane in their garage? It's bad enough. The cars are bad enough. Anyway, let's check out his invention. Here it is. Could you imagine if this took off? If Bobby's idea took off and these like toy helicopter planes were just zipping around America's wing willy-nilly. It would be carnage. So yeah, he had a lot of lofty aspirations. Okay, so we say goodbye to Bobby and his bridge and say hello to Casey, Illinois. We're on the outskirts of town here. My viewers might know that Australia is quite famous for having a lot of big things interspersed across our country. And those big things could be anything from a banana to a pineapple to an axe or a prawn, oyster, bottle of wine. You get the picture. There's a lot of big things. We even have a little big thing, a little big Uluru. It sits atop of the service station. Caught on fire a couple of years ago. It wasn't funny, but it's funny. So anyway, what is weird about this town, Casey, Illinois, also has a penchant for big things. Typically a town will just take one big thing. That one big thing's usually related to their industry. So in northern Queensland we have the big pineapple. They grow pineapples there. And the big macadamia nut. They grow macadamia nuts. You get the picture. Casey, Illinois did not get the memo, and they've taken this big thing to unprecedented heights and ridiculousness. So let's go in and have a look at let's go in and have a look. Little plane flying over. Alright, so we'll be getting on the outskirts of town. Just wait for this plane to buzz off, as Chris Tucker would say in The Fifth Element. First big thing in Casey, Illinois is the world's largest golf tee. Now, I want to know who verifies these world records as well. If it is Guinness, I don't know. Guinness would be making a lot of trips out to Casey, Illinois if that's the case. They should get some sort of loyalty travel program. Okay, the next big thing is the big pitchfork. I like this one. The craftspersonship is impressive, and the scale too. Like, this is a worthwhile big thing. It looks good. Looks like what it is. The golf tee, a little bit shoddy, I think, personally. Golf tee gets a cool 3 out of 10. But the pitchfork, that is an 8 for me. Next one. Okay, so we're in the center of town. We're on Main Street, one of those creatively named streets. So this town is just a hot mess of like visual stimuli. It would be a really fun place to live, I think, if you were a child. Maybe not, I don't know. I don't know what this town's like at all. It is Illinois. No shade on Illinois. I know nothing about you. I just stereotype all Americans. So this is the mecca for big things in this city. We've got world's biggest wind chimes. You wouldn't want to be a neighbor nearby on a windy day. That would be fucking annoying. And then over here, love this. World's biggest rocking chair. Beautiful. Worthy. It's all about Jesus. Amen. Okay, this one here is the world's largest Tito something. What are they called? Tito. No, I want to say teetotaler, but that means someone that doesn't drink. Like a, boop de boop seesaw type thing. Anyway, it just looks like a rail bridge or a section of a footbridge that's just lying on a rock. So, rocking chair. That gets a 7 out of 10. Wind chimes. Interactive, although annoying. So it's a 7 out of 10. There's so many wishing wells in this town too. wonder how many children are at the bottom of them. There's a guitar in Tamworth in Australia, which is the country music capital of Australia. And it's a big playable guitar. You can actually pluck those strings. It sounds like dog shit, but it's interactive. Anyway, rocking chair gets an 8. Wind chime 7. This gets a 1 because you can't just call anything a big thing if it resembles the small thing in some small way. All right, moving on to the next set of big things. There are a lot of big things in this town. We are just getting warmed up. This one I appreciate. It's a big leather box. It looks a bit Trojan horsey at the base, but it has all the features. The little "you've got mail" flick thing. You can just check too, can't you? That's a thing. It's got the door, and of course it's got the small person living inside the mailbox. I couldn't find all of these things, but I kept catching new ones out of the corner of my eye. I can't show you that one yet. All right, next one. This one. It's the big key, the biggest key in the world. There must be a bigger key than this. I feel like there must be. Also, I love how they haven't picked a cool, ornate, old-fashioned key. They've just picked an old fucking Toyota Corolla, 1998 Toyota Corolla car key. And it's attached to this stormwater. Hopefully nobody needs to access that. And then beyond that, we have the world's biggest taco. And again, it's not that big. So be careful throwing around world's largest, world's biggest, because it just might not be. That's the hard truth of the matter. Okay, next big thing. It's the taco. Closer up, this looks like a Santa Fe style taco. Tacos changed when they made it to the States because of the ingredients that were available. Yeah, that's why you get mincemeat and lettuce in the taco these days. Okay, next one. Here we go. We've got the number 2 Casey pencil. I do like this one. It's simple. I feel like I saw that guy in the Psychic Town. Did I not? I have to go back and check. I just saw this Pokeball here. I did read somewhere that this town also has the largest Pokeball. And again, I thought surely there's some Pluto-sized Pokeballs floating around somewhere in Japan. Surely the largest Pokeball doesn't exist in Casey, Illinois. Be surprised if a single person here even plays Pokemon Go or participates in the world in any way whatsoever. Okay, yeah, the pencil, that gets a 7 out of 10 for me. I like the pencil. So this one is hilarious to me. And I feel like this is a step too far in the world's largest game. You just can't make anything the world's largest. A swizzle stick. Come on. Why? What? I just noticed that there's a quote underneath this swizzle stick. It's from John, the book of John, who evidently loved a tequila sunrise, a well-mixed tequila sunrise. Let's see what this quote is above the world's largest twizzle spoon or stick. Let's see. John 7:38. He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. Anyway, it's funny. Why? Imagine taking your rough draft to the copywriter and just saying, look, this is what I want. I want some I Dream of Jeannie style font. I want a few little bubbles. I want one of the eyes in Twizzle to look like a Twizzle spoon. And I want to sort of be spilling off the circle. And also I would like John 7:38, quote from the Bible, just in small letters underneath the word largest. That part is essential. Okay, thank you. Anyway, and of course they would accept that job because they'll accept anything. I love this sign. That's a funny one. What is this shop? How does this shop sustain itself? Is this just a shop for a big spoon? Who knows? Got a little arcade here. Maybe a pub, video gaming pub. All right, we cannot dilly-daddle. We've got more to get through. Okay. Again, this is an example of somebody taking it too far. This is the big unsolved nail puzzle. You know, those little metal link or ring puzzles that they're stuck together, and you have to maneuver it in a way to separate them and solve the puzzle. So this is the big one of that. The world's largest. Again, you can't just make a world's largest of anything, but maybe you can. I wouldn't be so delighted by this town had you not made this. This is just a steel sculpture that like a retired boomer has taken upon themselves to make. I see lots of them in my hometown. But yeah, let's not try to seesaw this one like that footbridge turned world's largest seesaw we saw before. Seesaw we saw before. Seesaw we saw before. Anyway, this is getting a bit loose. I need to really wrap this up. I haven't even got to the Geoguessr gaming yet. Okay, this one's cute. Again, I don't think you can call it a big thing because Manny in Black Books looked bigger than this bookworm, but this is what it is. It's the world's largest bookworm, and it's out the front of the Casey Library. So what is going on there? I don't know if I want to know. Anyway, yeah, that's cute. I like that one. Again, don't think it's big enough to be a big thing, but... And would a worm be diving in and out of the soil in this fashion with their glasses on? Surely that's how you would get a shard in the eye. Not that worms have eyes. So really, in reality, if you think about it, should a worm be the face of reading and literacy? Perhaps, I don't know, a sighted animal might be better. That being said, you don't need to have vision to read. Okay, I need to move on again. So here we are in the main street of Casey, the world's largest birdcage. And I call bullshit on this one because I have seen a fucking bigger birdcage in Taylor Swift's apartment, for fuck's sake. Yeah, so that's Casey, Illinois, with its eclectic collection of big things. Everything from golf tees to swizzle sticks. Apparently there's a big minion as well as a big golf club, and the world's biggest knitting needles, formerly the world's biggest knitting needles, that has been taken away from them. Let's see who has the biggest knitting needles in the world now. Okay, here they are. Look, they're big. I feel like this is an easy one to pull off, though. Wouldn't you say? Like, I think I could make a bigger set of knitting needles. They're just poles with these adornments on the end. I could definitely make a bigger one. This is an easy one. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments or the chat what you think would be a good item to try and make the world's largest of. This is a simple one. I think this is a great, genius way to get into the Guinness World Record book. Not that I want to be in it, but yeah, this woman's taking the piss. All right, enough of that nonsense. Okay, onto the game. Let's begin with some classics. Flags of the world. I'm rusty. No moving allowed, of course. Panning and zooming is a must. Hopefully we get an easy first flag. This is Vatican, St. Paul's. This is the flag of the Holy See. Now, I should be able to get a near perfect score for this one because we are directly in front of the world's largest church. We're not inside, we're on the outside, the outskirts, if you will. The Polizio here. How do you know of the Pope's home? The curtains and the shutters are either open or closed. I think if they're open, he is home. If they're shut, he ain't. So it looks like the Pope's on a little holiday at the moment. Anyway, let's get down to Vatican Town. City with the highest crime rate in the world. I'm not telling you a lie. I'm not telling you a lie. Right, where's the obelisk? There. Between the obelisk and I guess the beginning of the entryway. So around there. A 5k past the potatoes. On to the next. Good first flag. Oh shit. Alright, this is the flag of Iran, perhaps? I'm pretty sure. I hope I'm right. One can assume that this is this is Tehran then. Got this flag here though, which is curious. I wonder if this is a border crossing. Overlapping highways. I think not. I'm pretty sure that's the Iranian flag. And we will just guess the capital. So this road is heading northish. I'm going to say that it's somewhere here. Okay. It was Tehran, but it was across the way. I was too far west. It's fine. Pretty good. Alright, we've got one of the classic sideways Bart Simpson flags, and we won't have a repeat of one of the earlier episodes, much earlier, where I confused the flags of Bahrain and Qatar, which are similar. Flag of Qatar has more spikes, and it's also more of a burgundy or maroon color. Whenever I see that flag, I'm always reminded of that very famous and amazing high jumper from Qatar whose leotard or outfit was the flag. Anyway, this is Bahrain. Is it? Yes, it is. It's Bahrain. Okay. Citibank Sales Center. The Yank spelling. We're in the central business district. Where do you put the banks? Do you put them near the hospitals, or do you put them somewhere else? Should all just be in the central Bizzo distro. What are these other buildings then? Got a scraper here. But we're just going to go here somewhere. Alright, so that's the banking district down there. It's fine. Still got a pretty good score. 14-9. And we're on to the fourth round. Alright, without seeing anything, my initial thought was not a good one. I think I thought this was Greenland at first, but now I've seen the flag, and is that blue with a yellow dot? Is this the flag of Palau? But then I saw this flag here, which is curious too. This kind of looks like that flag, the flag of Palau. And the number plates would check out too. Don't know if the sun position would entirely. Actually, it probably is in the northern hemisphere. Let's just go for it. Go for it. Now, the real task is finding this speck in the sea. Oh no. Gosh. I know it's in here somewhere. Fiji, Tonga, Samoa. Maybe it's not on this side. Maybe I'm mistaken. Kiribati has a party. And look, then we're getting up into Hawaii. So, Nauru's there. Vanuatu. There's Palau on the other side. There we go. Pass the potatoes. Now, we are looking south, and we've got a little bit of water, an inlet. So that means we're probably, it's the capital of Palau. Goiko, Ariel. I'm going to say we're down here at the marina. That's curious because I could have sworn that was the flag of Palau and not this place. To be fair, there were two flags. 3 flags maybe? One of them was French. It's a stitch-up round if I've ever seen one. Not that you would pick France from that image, but yeah. Let's try and see that flag again. Okay, not the flag of Palau. Oh, that sucks. Where is it? Jury's still out. I guess that's just a bad guess. I need to move on with my life. That was such a good streak. Never mind. Final round. Right. Yeah, that would be useful, wouldn't it? It's got the pack of malt golds. Delicious drink. A coffee or a cola. Diet Coke. Again with all the flaggies. We've got several flags here. We've got the flag for the US, Japan, whatever that is, Texas. The style of the building makes me think that this is perhaps Japan. Maybe that one too. Anyway, I wonder if this is like Pearl Harbor because of the Yank flags that we're seeing. In which case, that'd be Hawaii. Somewhere here. Okay. It was the flag of Liberia. Did not finish strong at all. Very strong at the beginning. Total trash at the end. Let's get rid of that one. Interesting photospheres. Let's finish off this very long episode. Obscure countries, hey? Hey, come on. Looks like a pair of South American pants. I've got the funicular here, or the gondola ride up. I think this is Bogota. Yeah, that's my guess. Because of the yeah, the cable cart up to the top. And the mountains, this looks pretty like it, don't you think? Just don't know where that cable carts are. Let's say we're here somewhere. Okay, it's actually in Merida, which is in Venezuela, but part of the south mountain range. So that is, I get 50,000 mountain range points for that. First thought, without even panning, or zooming, is that it is Russia. But let's get down to business and have a look. Why did I think that? No idea. Nothing. Literally based on not a great deal. And don't think so anymore based on what I'm seeing. Tricky. Very tricky. Gosh, not a lot to go on here either. I'm going to say that this is southern Taiwan. That's a bummer because they were all Asian in appearance. And it was fucking Paraguay. Shit. That's a stitch up right there. That is a stitch up. Okay. Green fins, no fish feeding. Gosh. How long does it take to break down your trash? These joy killers here. Don't use plastic. So many rules. Make me not do any of those things. Respirators or something? Yeah, scuba. This location looks familiar to me. Where might this be? No fucking idea. I have no idea. The ashtray just makes me think potentially somewhere like Indonesia or something like that. And all the English. Could be the Philippines too. Where would be a good place to go scubaing? Probably lots of places. Let's go there. That'll do. Oh my god. Look. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It was in Geoguessr. This bit or this atoll. Wild. Doing very poorly, I have to say. I haven't even hit 5,000 points yet. I have grown weary. That's for sure. Looks cool. You know, is this like Havana or something? Just have no idea. Don Pedro, Asio. That's the Europe thing there. Baracoa. Alright, that's okay. We're nearly done. God, this is hard as well. Does this look like Bolivia? Can't just keep guessing Bolivia. But that flag does look like it, doesn't it? I'm very tired. It's been a long episode. Let's just go Santa Cruz. At least we got the continent right. Whoa, that was bad. That was bad. Alright, I just added this one on because we were looking at big things. So it's like a map on massive statues. They better be big. That is big. This looks Scandi off the bat, doesn't it? I like it. Yeah, that's an IKEA army tank right there too. Should we just go straight for Sweden then? But then look at this car. But does someone have a car like that? Sure they would. Come on. Oh my god. Oh my god. There are other countries that have those cars. Ukraine being one of them. And yeah, that car that you saw at the end, that was your clue that should have anyway, I don't know why I'm talking to myself in this fashion. Just disappointed. I'm disappointed. Very disappointed. Okay. Oh, this is a massive statue. Is this in, I was going to say Myanmar but I always forget. It's not just Thailand, is it? He has a distinct lack of body. God, I'm going to get this wrong. I can tell already. Look. It was India. Fuck. Jeez, doing so terribly. God, where's the statue? Alright, interesting. Conception. Birth. That's conception. Okay. Birth. Riding a horse. Falling off the horse. Carrying on. The circle of life. I don't know what to make of this. This is a scene of the nativity. Gotta be right. Very elaborate scene. Lots of sheep and camels. Not much else. Fuck. I still don't know those characters. It's Japanese, right? Fucking hell. Yes, finally I got one. Alright, next. Whoa, it's not what I was expecting. It's not what I was expecting. Got the cobra. Wait, is this Medusa? No, can't tell from this angle. Looks like a cobra. And got the trident over here. Never seen... Oh, actually, I think I have seen this statue. Have I seen this statue? No, I haven't. I've seen a red statue though. Whoa. Oh, a cow. Interesting. I'm gonna guess they don't eat the cow in some South Asian places. There. Got the country right. That's something. It's Jaipur. Whoa. Alright. Again, this is intense. This is the modern statue of a woman with a helipad. Water tank. And getting the photo. Chile? No. Sun setting over there. Then no, that doesn't help in the slightest. This is a sacred spot, I am guessing, based on some of the iconography present. Again, don't know what that. I have no idea, absolutely no idea where this is. This isn't like the stations, is it? No, it's not the stations. Alright, I'm gonna guess South America. They are quite fond of the J-Man. So it looks like dusk. Sun sets in the west. So if we're looking north, west. Does that mean that we're on this side? Maybe it does mean that. It's the Philippines. Yeah, they were clearly Filipino people. All the islands should have been the tip off the strange statue. And maybe even the Filipino flag. Did I see that? Alright, let this be a lesson to all of you. Never play Geoguessr tired. And if you think I'm bird guessers, what are they? If you think I'm just shit and it wasn't because I'm tired, then yeah, it might be a little bit of that too. But maybe I'll include some of the footage of me falling asleep on camera. Alright, hope you enjoyed that ramshackle episode. Until next time.